Hello guys, Assalamu alaikum. Welcome on my reaction channel. Today I will be react Indonesia and this video title name is Indonesia Street Food. I don't waste time. I watch this video. Okay, start.
Welcome to Chopstick Travel. I'm Luke Martin, and today we have another episode from Indonesia. This time we are in Yogyakarta, a culinary hotspot on the island of Java. And in this episode, we are going to be showing you the best street foods around Jogja. From morning until night, we are going to cram as much possible into one episode to show you the ultimate guide to Jogja street food. So let's go get some breakfast. We are at our first stop, and you have to wake up super early to come here. We woke up at about 5:30 and came straight to this legendary stall. There is a woman set up right on the side of the street named Ma Setnem, and she is famous for selling a traditional Jogja snack called lupis. And she was made partly famous because of the Netflix street food series visited her and filmed her, and you can just see there is a massive crowd of people. It's only about 6 a.m. and she's just getting things ready. We grabbed a little number. We have number 19, so we're just waiting our turn in line, and then we're gonna try out the famous lupis.
ये जो बंदा जो ब्लॉग बना रहा है वो मुझे जहाँ तक लगता है ये ना मतलब किसी और कंट्री है और इंडोनेशिया स्पेशल ये है सिर्फ इंडोनेशिया का फूड टेस्ट कर
You have to be up bright and early to get your lupis from Ma Setnem, otherwise you're running the risk of her selling out. This is a simple dish of only 3 ingredients, and I'm kind of wondering why everyone was waiting in line for so long. When we first arrived, we had number 40. But for some reason there was a woman who had been waiting but she needed to leave, and she gave us number 19, and that shaved off at least an hour of waiting. So super grateful to her for giving it to us, number 19. We have our lupis now. It is simple, as I mentioned, only the compressed rice cake, sticky rice cake, a little bit of coconut shavings, and then she drenches it in this thick palm syrup. So you can see just those simple ingredients here. I'm gonna take my first bite, make sure I get a little bit of everything, all that palm sugar as well. Oh, that is phenomenal. Okay, that clears up everything. Now I understand why everyone is waiting for this lupis. I don't know what she's doing to that palm sugar. It's got this sourness, a little bit of tartness, and then of course it's nice and sweet. The coconut is refreshing, and then that sticky rice just completely melts in your mouth. Such a simple dish, but if I lived in Jogja, I would be waiting in line every single morning for this. That is just a bite from heaven. Oh man, this is the perfect breakfast for me. I like my breakfast to be a little bit sweet, and this is definitely on the sweeter side. Wow, you don't want any of this palm sugar going to waste, because that is where the magic happens. That palm sugar is just incredible. She must be doing something special to it. Maybe the way she's cooking it down, I'm not exactly sure. But this is worth it to wake up and have lupis for breakfast. So delicious. Just completely coats your mouth in flavors. That was really good. There's still a huge line in front of Ma Setnem. Definitely recommend trying it out. Great way to start the day, but it's not quite enough. We're gonna go get one more thing for breakfast. So our next breakfast item is hidden down this little alley, back alley here in Jogja, and we're going for another sweet one for breakfast today.
मैंने जहाँ तक देखा है इंडोनेशिया में ज़्यादातर जितनी भी लड़कियाँ ना वो स्कूटी बाइक्स वगैरह ही चलाती हैं।
So our next dish is the quintessential Yogyakarta dish called Gudeg, which is a young jackfruit stewed with palm sugar and coconut, and it's served with rice and a few other things. We have our order here, so this is the Gudeg right here. Actually, she didn't give us a whole lot of it, but you can see that is the stewed down jackfruit, of course with rice, a little bit of that sauce on top, and then this is, I'm not exactly sure what it is, but it's like this gelatinous sambal. I'm not totally sure what it is. We'll have to try it to find out. And then a stewed egg, of course. And such a cool setting. Once again, just right on the side of the road and really popular with the locals. So let's dig into this. So for my first bite, I gotta get just some of the jackfruit with some of the rice and some of that kind of curry sauce. Oh wow, there was a big bone in there. That jackfruit just melts in your mouth. When the jackfruit's young like that and they stew it down in a particular way, it really feels like tender meat, almost like pull apart beef. You can taste all that palm sugar, it is quite sweet. And then coconut, once again, kind of similar in flavor to the lupis, but with the rice, of course, it's a little bit more savory than the lupis. Okay, let's go in for another bite and try some of this jelly thing here. If you guys know what this is, let me know down in the comment box. That's spicy. That's definitely got a strong heat. It honestly just tastes like sambal, so I wonder if it's just like a jellied sambal of some sort. I've never seen this dish so far in our trip in Indonesia. It's quite unique. It's got a really interesting texture. Let me crack open this egg. It's like a braised egg, probably in that same Gudeg sauce. Oh, this is really good actually. I really love the jackfruit when they cook it this way. Just so tender. Oh yeah. This is a super satisfying dish. It's really a simple flavor, just kind of coconutty and sweet, but with all those ingredients soaking in there, it's really hearty. Great thing to have for breakfast, and then of course with the rice too. This is awesome. I love the setting. That was a good little breakfast, sweet and savory at the same time, and I love the spot to have it right on the side of the road. Definitely have to try Gudeg when you come to Jogja. It's the quintessential dish of the city. So we're gonna cram as much into this video as possible, so we're gonna keep going, eat some more food here in Yogyakarta. So Jogja is famous for a lot of attractions, nature, and in particular a couple temples, but that's not what this video is about. This video is all about the food here in Jogja, and we've driven out to the countryside to have a dish called mangut lele. This is the spot we are looking for. This local woman is guiding us to this spot, and this is supposed to be a particularly spicy dish, so let's go check it out.
हम बकरा ईद जब आती है तो उस पर हम ये ज़िबा करते हैं, कुर्बानी करते हैं।
The setting here is gorgeous, very rural feeling. They've got a couple pet goats here as well, and now we've just come to check out the smoking station where they're smoking all of those catfish. There must be at least 80 to 100 catfish, and they're using coconut husks to smoke those away. We're just trying to take all our shots, and it is so ridiculously smoky. My eyes are watering like crazy, but I'm really excited to try this spicy smoked catfish. So they invited us right into the kitchen as soon as we got here because they saw the cameras and they wanted to show everything that's going on. And they're cooking on wood fire back here. And there's a couple different sections. Check this out right here. This is just tons of chilies, red chilies, orange chilies, green chilies, yellow chilies, and that is the base to the dish that we're having, which is the mango lele, which is cooking right over here, and it's a catfish dish in a soup of very, very spicy broth, and those catfish have actually been smoked, and once again, cooking on fire, wood fire, so cool.
So when you arrive, you come right back to the kitchen where you're going to serve yourself some of the dishes. They have rice back here and a few pre-cooked meals, as well as that mango lele. So we're going to assemble a bowl right now and take it out to the restaurant. Terima kasih. Sambal? Okay.
This and within the beef.
We've assembled our plate and we have a couple of really good looking things. First off, we've got the tofu with tempeh, and then we've got some sprouts with cucumbers and some greens, and then of course the catfish. And this is the entire catfish. As you saw, they are skewered and smoked, and then we've coated it in sambal as well, a ton of sambal. And I'm just gonna dig right into this. Catfish is honestly one of my favorite fish, and try to make sure I don't have too many bones in there. And I'll just go for this piece here with a little bit of rice. I'm a little bit intimidated by the amount of spice on this. Oh, that's awesome. That catfish actually has remained really soft on the inside, even though it looks like it's been boiling away, and it's kind of double cooked because it's been smoked and then boiled, but it still remains juicy and soft on the inside, definitely not overcooked. Yeah, you can feel that spice. That is building for sure. I gotta go in for one more bite though. That sambal on the outside is just ridiculously good. And then the bones are quite small, so you can actually eat most of them and get a couple sprouts and some greens here with this bite. Oh, that is awesome. So simple, but then they're cooking it in a really unique process, double cooked like that.
Indonesia
That catfish is really good. Not as spicy as I was expecting, but give me a couple of minutes and let me eat a little bit more, and then we'll check back in. I think this is a little piece of lemon basil. I'm gonna mix that in with my tofu and my tempeh, which also has tons of chilies as well. Ooh, that is hot. Let me try a bite of this. The tofu is just bursting with flavor, spicy once again, and then you can taste that little bit of zing from that fermented flavor coming from the tempeh, and then some lemoniness from the lemon basil. Okay, definitely starting to build, but I'm gonna keep digging into this. Oh, look at this. I didn't even notice, but they actually left the stick still on the inside of the catfish. So I can just remove that, go in for a little bit of the skin. There's not a whole lot of meat on these guys, but wow, what there is really flavorful. So it's definitely a slow releasing spice because I'm pretty much finished eating and I'm just starting to feel the full intensity of the heat. You can really feel it in your stomach and on my lips. Wow, that is strong. It's like deeply infused with spices. You can just taste the smokiness of the catfish too. It's a really good dish. There's not a whole lot of meat on that catfish, unfortunately though. How do you find the spice level?
Ooh, well, my nostrils are running, so it's pretty high. 8 out of 10 for the spice, but I mean, I'm not even finished yet. I feel like it's gonna get worse, and I'm gonna eat a chili.
Bye-bye. Everybody is so friendly here, and that was some super spicy, smoky catfish. Gotta try this place out. It's definitely a little bit out of town. Bye-bye. Terima kasih. Bye. Everyone is so friendly and accommodating and really cheap too. If you're not a spice lover, I'm not sure you're gonna be able to handle that because that was probably the spiciest thing we've had in Indonesia, and we are stuffed after a big morning of eating. So I think we're gonna take a little break to digest and then catch back up with you this evening to show you some more of what Jogja has to offer.
Guys, if you like my video, please subscribe my channel.